that lives below. Breathes the flames from the dying suns, and lifts awake the dying ones. The dying
Hello everybody and welcome back to the CCS. My name is Thunder. I am joined by my fantasy opponent in the LCS Fantasy League, Puff Zone, and we are bringing you today the match between Dorado Gaming and Collective Effort that was on Wednesday, but we have some VODs for you today. We'll talk about the draft very briefly. Puff Zone, walk me through what these teams have brought to the table for this first game.
Sure thing. Thank you so much, Thunder. All right, so we got for Collective, we have the Shen in the top lane for me create you now versus the Mordekaiser. How this lane should play out, Mord should just be able to control the Shen, win lane. Shen wants to look to roam bot lane and just get out of lane safely. For the jungle, we have Hecarim on red side, and we have Jarvan the fourth on blue side. Both are gank-heavy junglers. Both junglers are going to be hopefully looking to path near bot lane and get their scaling ADCs ahead. We have Malzahar versus Vlad in the mid lane. Once again, another scaling matchup. However, I think Malzahar should be able to get prio a little bit easier. And Rowdy Randy 61, also known as Philly B, is going to be looking to scale up and hopefully carry Collective on his back, as he always does. And then we have the Aphelios Thresh bot lane for Collective versus the Jinx Braum for Dorado. Both bot lanes are going to be scaling, look to kill at around 6, one item, and are going to be the core of both these team comps. Thunder, anything you want to add?
No, I'm excited to see this. I'm especially excited to see that Mordekaiser up in the top lane. I'm a fan of big bruisery champions. I want to see some blood. I want to see some things go on. Blood other than the Vladimir can provide for us. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the game. Alrighty, now.
All right.
What are we looking for first? Of course, we can see where the junglers want to go. We expect some action around the bot lane with those scaling picks, but where do you... I want, first off, Puff Zone, where do you think first blood's going to happen?
All right, first blood, I'm thinking it's either going to happen jungle gank mid on the Vlad is what you want to look to do if you're Dorado. If you're looking at Collective, they want to get something rolling bot lane. All right, so right now we see a little bit of a 5-point fan coming out of both teams with the Jarvan on the side of Dorado in the bush. Did he place a ward? I can't actually tell. I don't think he placed a ward, but I think he's watching invade. A little bit of action in the top lane.
Did place the ward.
He did place the ward.
Vision in that bush.
Sure. Standard. Yep, it looks like both junglers, the Jarvan should path back topside. I'm assuming he's getting a sweeper. Yep, there's the sweeper, and he should path towards top. Yep. Oh, he's going towards the red buff, so he might try to get the Mordekaiser ahead early, gank the Shen while he's vulnerable, and then get Mordekaiser rolling, is what Dorado's looking for right here.
All right. You know what? I'm excited to see it. Hey, I called it out. I want to see that big hammer smashing some skulls, maybe. But, we'll see. The Jinx and Braum are just chilling out. And here comes the Jarvan. Is this a cheeky late invade level 1?
I think it is a little bit of a late invade going on, and it looks like Collective has no idea. Now, if they do this, they can go blue buff, red with the Jarvan, straight in the bot, and then Collective won't even know what's going to hit them. Because they're probably expecting blue side top as well.
Exactly. The Hecarim did get a leash up on the top side of the map, though, so we'll be clearing a little bit faster. That does give the Mordekaiser some extra time in the lane early to start getting that pushed in.
Got a little bit of trading going on in the mid lane. Bot lane's fighting for level 2. Trades going back and forth. We got the concussive blows laid down on the Thresh.
Nothing huge as of yet. Everybody just trading in lanes, ready to scrap early.
I love it, dude. Let's see some bloodshed.
Yeah, now that first trinket ward that the Jarvan placed down, the Reggie placed down in that bottom side bush is gone. It has expired. So we'll see if they want to place a ward down the bottom side. Mordekaiser goes for the engage. Shen just slides on out of there.
Oh.
But Mordekaiser does look like he has the advantage in this top lane.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like the Hecarim is full clearing and then heading to a bot lane gang. Jarvan actually didn't take his red buff? Yeah, he didn't take his red buff. He's going for blue then red. Maybe he thinks that Hecarim knows?
Maybe considering that the Hecarim might have invaded. We gone in. There's plenty of poke down onto the Vladimir, this Malzahar, this Bizahar, putting in some work, but Vlad should be able to sustain up relatively easily. Does still have a potion remaining. Hecarim now going into the river.
You got a crash in the top lane. A little bit of trade. Oh, he takes the tower hit. Oh, he's got that Iron Maiden shield. Was it indestructible? Mordekaiser just shrugging it off, looking to crash away, hopefully look for a reset, or he's going to look to keep bullying. We got a taunt.
Goes in, the taunt does hit, takes a few tower shots. The turret's getting warmed up here. Mordekaiser is bulky. Neither top lane has gone back to a buy yet. And instead of taking the recall, Jarvan getting caught out by the Hecarim here. Who's getting this red buff? It looks like the Jarvan was able to get it, and here comes the engage. Exhaust goes down onto the Hecarim, but he manages.
Hecarim also ghosted.
Ghost out of the way. He's at half health and has to recall. Jarvan is down on the bottom side of this map. Hasn't really missed any farm as of yet. Still has plenty of camps. to get, and meanwhile, once Hecarim goes back into his jungle, there's not going to be anything for him to farm.
Yeah, Hecarim doesn't have anything to farm, but he does, however, have the Sheen, so he can look for a gank pretty easily. We got some trades going on in the top lane.
Shen is kind of bullying this Mordekaiser a little bit with this early damage. I'm not sure. Maybe that's remnants of the tower shot, but here we see Jarvan the Fourth up top trying to make a flying drag happen onto the Shen. Is able to walk out of there just fine with the flash, but that is good to note for a repeat gank in the future, potentially, or not in the future, maybe just right now.
Yeah, we got the Mordekaiser looking to hold a freeze there. They're trying to get another gank on the Shen. I think Shen knows, though. Yeah, there's the ward.
He wards it out, but here there's no flash for the Shen this time. Jarvan the Fourth, though, goes in. This is surely going to be a kill in the first blood onto the Mordekaiser.
Oh, no, the Mastery spam, too. Salt in the wound. Salt in the wound. We got Philly B trying to push out mid lane. He's looking to get his reset. The Vlad's already got his tier. We got Hecarim maybe potentially looking already. Spotted out on the ward. So B's a hard nose. And we got bot lanes trading a little bit. It looks like Philly's still trying to push out the wave. He should hit 6 first because he hasn't taken his reset yet. Oh, good dodge.
Now, to note, it is a Ghost Vladimir. What's the tech on Ghost Vladimir versus potentially something like a teleport or another, maybe like an Ignite mid lane, even for extra trading?
He wants the 1v5. With the Predator and the Ghost, he wants the 1v5. I don't think TP is mainly into like bully matchups, but right now top lane trades going. Shen is winning out on these trades. Oh, he gets hit by
but there
goes a little bit of a solo buffalo.
Oh, the cooldowns from the Mordekaiser come through at the end there, and Shen's health bar just vanishes in a puff of smoke. That's 2 quick kills, and Shen's teleport is down. Mordekaiser can get this wave pushed in. Shen's gonna be losing out on quite a lot of CS.
This is not what Collective won out of their Shen. You need the Shen to just stay alive, get his levels, and look to roam. With him being down, he's already down 1 level. Mort is the ult. Hopefully he can pick up 6 with this incoming wave, and then he can look for a roam bot lane, maybe get something happening and just get out of that lane, because it's not safe. You don't have flash. Mord's got the ult. You're just a sitting duck at that point. We got Jarvan clearing out some wards in the bot lane. Collective knows they're backing up, giving the respect. We got Dorado slow pushing out. Collective's going to be able to catch that bot wave, but Felios is going to catch up on farm. It's relatively even. Mid's relatively even. Oh, we got Dorado looking for a dragon.
It looks like they will get it pretty easily. They do have about a 1k gold lead, and I have a feeling that that is pretty much all in the Mordekaiser up at the top lane. Because as you said, CS pretty much even everywhere else. The Jarvan now pretty much catching up to the Hecarim. Is up top. Tisda almost getting a little scary. If that bonk hits...
Dude, that Mord is chunking already. With just a blasting one and the Amp Tome, which is correct. Don't get your Leeching Leer first. That's wrong. You don't want to do it. You always go the blast, the components. You get more out of it. So Mord is building correct. Pepe is trying to get as much out of his champ as he can, get the bullying going. And I don't think there's much the Shen can do at this point. Like, he just needs to get out and make a play happen.
His first buy was 2 ruby crystals. Actually, that probably wasn't even his first buy. He got sent back to the fountain twice. The best that he could do is 2 ruby crystals. He's
down over 1,000 gold top lane already. That feels so bad if you're the Shen. However, there is good news. Shen is very good at impacting the map through other ways. Get his Stand United happening. Hopefully something can happen bot, maybe mid,
Hecarim is here. Gets here. Malzahar flashes away. And here it comes. Here comes the ult. The onslaught of shadows getting the kill onto Sev. That goes onto Rowdy Randy, the iconic Philly B in the mid lane, reigning MVP. With how this top lane is going, the more of that burden might fall onto him to do that 1v5ing you were talking about.
It's the Philly B show. You know how it be. Alright, so we got Philly trying to crash the wave. He doesn't want to keep... Oh, Jarvan's holding the freeze. He's just going to give it. He needs to get his reset off. He has the boots. Oh, the flag didn't cancel the recall. That is good.
A bold recall, not punished. Now, we were saying Philly B, performing in the mid lane. Oh, Shen, power shots on the Mordekaiser are the only thing keeping the Shen alive at the moment. But, Flan and Cidermill down in the bottom lane are doing pretty well. They are up in CS by a pretty significant margin. But it looks like, in terms of the item advantage, Muchai has the item advantage with the Moon Quiver, Shen. Oh, the bonk just.
It does so much, Thunder.
He's not even safe under tower.
No, he's. Oh my, he's just running. He's scared of the dive. He's just running back to the bush. That feels so bad. He still doesn't have any play. He doesn't have any pressure. He's down about 40 CS. Like, for those of you who don't know, that's about 2 kills in gold right there. He's down 4 kills right now top lane. Like, that's hurting.
At 34 CS at almost 10 minutes. This Mordekaiser is just starting to steamroll this top lane. Drip Irrigation maybe needs to start trying to make something happen. We see him up there right now. This Mordekaiser proxies the wave. We'll see if they can make a dive happen. There is a ward. There is no Hecarim ult, and now it is currently Mordekaiser and Hecarim in the Death Realm. We'll see who wins this 1v1. Hecarim is a pretty fast horse out of the Death Realm, but Jarvan the Fourth is here. Here comes the Mordekaiser shield. The bonk lands. Shen has no item, or has a Bomby Cinder and goes down. Again for a 3rd death to the Mordekaiser.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you try to help out the Shen who's just down. You gotta leave him on the island. You have to. The collective game plan is get the Aphelios ahead. You know, Shen's behind. We kind of figured this was gonna happen. Maybe not to this extreme, but you just gotta help the bot lane. You just gotta pitch the 10 up, go camp in bot lane if you're the Hecarim and the Shen, and you just leave top. You play it like you're a smite support top lane as the Shen at this point, and you just leave it and pray for the bounties and the Aphelios Vlad scale if you're collective here.
Yeah, the Shen is effectively just a shield summoner spell at this point. A barrier.
It's an extra barrier. Alright, we got bot lane. It looks to be, I don't know, it's in a weird state. Blue, Dorado's pushing into collective a little bit. They're trying to get prio. We got drag coming up in 1 minute. We got an infernal dragon coming up, which means it's either going to be ocean or cloud or hextech. Correct? Yeah, because mountains already been taken.
That is correct.
Hopefully, if you're collective, right now you want to try to get back in this game. You need to get some drags, but right now Dorado just controls the map. They control top, they control the map.
They do. Good news for collective is that, you know, they do have plenty of vision in that bottom side river, so nobody is going to be coming through this river anytime soon. But Jarvan the Fourth is not going through the river and instead just chilling in the back of the lane here. Maybe hoping that Planet and Cider Mill overreach, push a little bit too far. There we see the concussive blows from the Braum hitting the Aphelios, but guns are red and white. And Shen, once again, gets pulled in by the Mordekaiser. Another duel going on in the top lane on the bottom turret, but here comes the Hecarim again on the Malzahar. The onslaught of shadows coming through, and that is another kill onto Dog Sev, making more things happen in the mid lane.
Hey, we got even mid drip. This is what drip irrigation has to do. He's got to get the mid and the bot going. Like I said, you just leave top. Looks like something might be happening in bot lane. We got a little bit of Jarvan.
No, this Jarvan Cataclysm comes through the flash from the Aphelios, but it's not going to be enough. The Flag and Drag follow up. The Moonlight Vigil does plenty of healing. Cider Mill does fall. Can the red and white guns make it happen? Jarvan does survive, goes down after they take more of damage. Hey, you know, at least they got something back from that fight.
Did you see the cleanse come out of the Jinx? I think he thought he had heal.
Oh no!
he healed. No. He used cleanse right when Jarvan went down. Hey, farewell, brother. That's what he's saying.
An unfortunate summoner spell cooldown in honor of his fallen jungler, but that is still 2 kills over to the side of Dorado Gaming in a bot lane that was kind of going in the favor of collective effort.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wonder why the Shen didn't ult. I didn't see what was happening top. I'm assuming he was either chunked out. I mean, he's down about 60 CS, but I mean, Shen ulti might have saved the Aphelios and get one back on the Jarvan.
Yeah, I mean, we panned to it, and it looked actually like Pepacito was kind of down on HP. It looked like Tista was kind of winning out on the trade there. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe Tista was just a little bit afraid of somehow getting interrupted by the ultimate. But here we see a hook onto the Braum. The shield does a lot of damage. The Hecarim does get a kill. Currently, it is a 4v1 in the Dragon Pit, and that should be the Dragon over the collective effort.
Jarvan just knows he's going down. He's just trying to buy some time. It looks like we're going to get an Infernal Drag over to Collective. This is what they need to do. They got to scale through the bot lane. We got Vlad going back mid, try to get some more waves pushed out. Rowdy Randy and Drip Irrigation, they are getting some work done. We got the Jinx Rocket coming in a little late, though.
always got to go for it. Always got to try. And once again, No Shen ultimate used as of yet. It's a tool that they still have. Teleports will be unleashed here in just a few seconds. So that advantage that Tizda has with that global kind of loses as much of its impact. The shield is still very useful, of course. It can block a fair amount of damage. But now the Mordekaiser can come and match wherever, pretty much whenever.
Yeah, you need to be utilizing the Stand United, because right now we're just seeing the top lane matchup unfold. You know, it's like what, almost 80 CS. We're getting close to a Flame Horizon here at 14 minutes. Ooh, Flatten's getting chunked out a little bit. All right, Philly D going to do some wards. We got Drip. He looks like he's passing up to Krugs, but he might find himself a little bit of an Iron Maiden up there. Oh no, looks like Pepe's coming around for the flank. Oh.
Was spotted. We'll see, can the Hecarim come and save his top laner before the Mordekaiser?
No, they're just walking it out. Walk it out.
Just walk it out. Now we do have mythic items getting. Whoa! As I speak, Thresh goes in. The flay comes through, but Thresh is just almost dead. Who doesn't die yet? But Aphelios is exhausted.
United.
Shield. Is he able to survive? He does survive. But as we were talking about, here come the TPs.
We got
both mid laner and top laner are here, and there's the Malzahar. Oh, it locks down the Vladimir. It locks down Rowdy Randy. He goes into the blood pool, but I don't think he's getting out of this one anytime soon. Pepacito Muncini takes out the other advantage, that collective effort we're trying to build up, as Aphelios has to run for his life.
To me, that just looked like Vlad's just trying to get something out of here, but with the double TPs coming out, you just gotta bail. You burn the ghost. Oh my god, as I'm starting to talk, we got
engage. Hecarim has gone in. The Jinx is low and goes down. Braum low as well. The shield already used should fall. Goes again to the Hecarim. Hey, you know, they at least get something back after what was a little bit of a disaster.
A little bit of an overstay by Dorado, but that's okay. They were trying to push out the wave. Happens to us all. As I was saying, a little bit of an overstay.
06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Why are we counting?
16, 17. Okay, I think we're good. We were just syncing up the VOD once again. We're a little bit out of time.
Got a little bit of a clock going in the background. I was so confused. I just got numbers, some times talking in my ear. I'm like, yeah, my time's all caught up. All right, we got the Sork boots coming out of the Vlad. He also has the Proto belt. We got the Leandries coming out of the Malzahar, as well as the Tears almost stacked with the Oblivion orb. We got Gore Drinker coming out of Jarvan. Almost everyone has their mythic at this point. I think Thresh is the only one who doesn't. Pepe flashing in.
No, Hecarim. Is he going to be able to get out of this?
Lantern!
There we go, but the Mordekaiser does get the shutdown. Malzahar ult on the backside, though. Blocks up the Vladimir, doesn't let him do the damage, doesn't let him do the carrying, and he falls, goes over to the Braum. A good trade in the top side jungle for the side of Dorado.
Yeah, and that's just, you don't want to be there. You got to just give the Rift Herald. Looks, as I start to say something, we got the Shadow Realm coming out, the Mordekaiser going in.
Oh no, the turret shots are doing as much as they can, but even with the turrets to help, oh no. And turrets start to fall left, right, and center. Dorado Gaming are just pushing their advantage.
Oh, they're running away with this game. We got almost a 4K gold lead already at 17 minutes. As I say that, Flan's taking a bot tower. Not all hope is not lost. You know, they still have some pressure on the map. 1-1 in towers. However, Dorado did just get the Rift Herald. They are working on finishing it. There it is. Goes down. And they're going to hopefully look to most likely break the bot tower with it, because top lane should fall here on its own. Yep. Top lane's going to go down.
There we go.
Most likely going to save it for the dragon coming up, is my guess.
Yeah, break open that bottom lane. There are still 2 turrets down there. Getting those tier 2s is quite a lot of money into their pockets. Once they can get those, I mean, the game is really just going to be busted wide open. We already have, 3.5, almost 4K gold lead at this point for the side of Dorado. Items are coming through all across the board, but it looks like we have another fight around the dragon. The Hecarim charges in again, the onslaught of shadows on the Mordekaiser. Can they burn him down? He's so tanky. He has so much HP and sustain, but he manages to fall. Vladimir down to the blood pool, out of the Malzahar ultimate, but Jarvan the 4th with the Cataclysm comes in, fresh hook, the death sentence, It looks like everybody is just disengaging, though. Health bars are low. Shen falls from the flag and drag. Thresh flashes away, manages to survive so far. It is 1 for 1. Both top laners falling, but health advantage, and it looks like the Dragon are going to be going over to Dorado.
Yep, we got Dorado winning out on that fight. Everyone, if you're collective, you're just limping away over here. Those Jinx rockets are hurting. We got Zeal come out. Jinx even has the ninja tabbies, so he doesn't even see Vlad as a threat this game, going straight for the tabbies. I don't know about that. And then with the Zeal, he looks like he's going, my guess is either Renan's, but I have been seeing a lot more rapid fires, so maybe he wants the extra range to avoid the onslaught potentially. And the taunt, although I think Renan's with Kraken is going to be a little bit more damage this game with the 2 tanks out of the top jungle. Vlad's going to be a little tanky, and then we also have the Thresh coming out. So, you know, a little bit of health bars you got to get through before you can get to the Aphelios, who's that main key target that Dorado are looking to kill.
Exactly, but this Shen getting caught out once again. The flag and drag coming through. There's the knockup. Malzahar has arrived. Can the rest of the team come in order to save? Tizda looks like they managed to make it, but now it's Vladimir and Mordekaiser in the 1v1 in the top lane. Rift Herald is dropped down here. We'll see if it gets the charge off. Eye is popped. Damage is coming through, and it does not get the charge. Tier 2 stands.
Hey, that's what we love to see. That's what you gotta do. You gotta lick the wounds if you're collective. You're still scaling. You still have the Vlad. He's still roughly even in CS with the Malzahar. He's only down a level. It's not too bad. You can still definitely come back from it. Flan is actually up a level in about 16, 17 CS. If he catches... Oh, he probably can't push up the mid wave. That's too greedy. Yeah, he's probably gonna... Oh, he's just waiting for the wave. Yeah, if you're the Aphelios, you don't want to be, like, stuck mid. He's just waiting around, you know? You want to look for farm, but Dorado's been doing such a good job of just taking everything from collective. There's no camps up. They can still go back and get their own camps. It looks like they're trying to give Shen some of the farm. It looks like he might be trying to go for a freeze down here. As
Maybe trying to catch up. But, you know, we see it looks like collective. They're trying to clear out this vision because there's just so many blue wards. So there are so many blue wards in that top side jungle. You can see that very, very clearly. It looks like Dorado are trying to set up for the Baron, but it's like on every single corner in that top quadrant of the jungle has a ward, and there is not a single ward, blue or red, that is down on Dorado's side of the map. That is how far forward they are allowed to be here. Hecarim gets engaged upon once again, is in the middle of 4 once he comes out of the Death Realm. Is he going to be able to get out? Is he going to be able to survive? The Ghost is popped. He is running away as fast as his 4 legs will take him, but no, Mendocino gets him. Here comes the box, maybe some kind of way of protection, but no. Jarvan with the Cataclysm and the flag and drag. That is quick 3 kills with the side of Dorado, and they're turning right towards the Baron. Yeah,
Shen's a little late on the stand United, but there's not a whole lot you can do there. You just have the Cataclysm coming out. There's just too much damage. I think Dorado has way more impactful ultimates at this point, and then with the 5,000 after they get this Baron, it's going to go 6.5 lead. Yep, there it is, the 6.5, almost 7,000 gold lead at 22 minutes. If you're collected, this is looking pretty rough. Dorado is looking to close this one out as soon as they can.
Puffzone, Shen doesn't even have tier 2 boots yet.
Shen is, he's poverty like the Thursday League.
Okay, as I say it, he gets the Merc Treads.
There it is. There
Braum
it is.
has had the Ninja Tabbies. The Braum is ahead of the Shen. This is a rough game for the top laner of collective effort.
Now, Thunder, what if I told you that actually Cider Mill has more gold than the Shen? The Thresh has more gold than the Shen. My man is living off of food stamps over here. He's trying his best, all right? He's hoping that that utility is going to bring him forward. I can't check his secondaries if he's running Ultimate Hunter or anything, so he can get reduced timing on the cooldown. Oh, as I said, that Shen's going in for the taunt. We got Drip Irrigation going in. TP's coming out of...
Shen here, but the flag and drag gets Jarvan out of there. They use several different engage tools.
That was double TP on the ward, actually.
It was. Hey, you know what? They get the 2 TPs out.
Push, Philly, push! That drag's gone. If you're Vlad, you just gotta get that gold. That drag, you can't contest that. They have too much vision set up in the area. There is one ward coming out on the bot side by Dragon out of Collective, but I don't think it's going to be enough Thunder to get the Dragon. As I say that, it looks like Dorado's just going to go down mid and start sieging. There's no Vlad.
Yeah, it looks like they want to use this Baron push as best as possible. Shen going in on the Mordekaiser. Oh no, Tinda, I don't think you want to do this. We've played this out so many times, and that's when you were about even. This is not the way that you want to go. Tower shots coming through with a kill in the bot lane. They get an inhibitor in the mid. Philly, B, and Hecarim are in the top side of the map trying to get a turret, but it's just not worth the trade.
I even hit the tower there twice, for reference, while he was diving the Shen. He hit it twice, and he still took hardly no damage from the turret. That's just, it hurts. It hurts if you're playing the Shen here. Although we gotta give credit to Collective, they did pick up one of the objective bounties, although I don't know if an objective bounty trades for tier 2 bot, inhib turret, tier 2 mid, and inhib. But it is something nonetheless. Drag is gonna go over to Dorado Gaming, and they're just going to look to a reset. As I said, Drip Irrigation is looking to force something, but I don't know if you want that, dog. There's no Vlad, there's no Shen. Okay, they're just walking it away. Okay.
Drip Irrigation has been going in again and again, and I mean, at this point, you know, Dorado is on Soul Point. It seems like they are just bullying up, down, all over the map. If you are Collective Effort now, you know, it seems like Vladimir, Rowdy Randy, Philly B on this Vladimir pick has not been able to pull out too much. What do you have to do? Where do you have to engage to start coming back into this game? I don't think that this one is it. Mordekaiser takes Hecarim into the Death Realm. I feel like I've said that so many times.
He's not in the Death Realm. Death Realm's on CD. They might be able to catch the more.
Correct. But there's the Death Sentence. There's still a kill, and there's the Death Realm pop. Finally, when Mordekaiser goes down, he gets 2 in a 1v5!
Dude, he's looking for the third! Oh no! Okay, I was about to say, with the Death Realm down, that's what you want to look for if you're Collective. That is your one shot to get the bounty down. They do end up killing the Mordekaiser, although you lose the Vlad and the Hecarim, which is both of the only members that are actually ahead on the side of Collective. I just don't know.
They get the shutdown, but
that Mord's huge.
Yeah, 11, 2, and 3. They got the shutdown on him. There is still a 150 gold shutdown on the Mordekaiser after he died. And look, they don't even. The thing is, the rest of Dorado don't even need their Fed Mordekaiser to take another inhibitor in the bot lane.
Mordekaiser's up 3,000 gold from the next person in the game.
Onslaught of Shadows managed to put the Malzahar in. Hold on, maybe Dorado Gaming overstayed. They do not have, as we said, their big carry, Jarvan the Fourth, is going to fall here. Goes golden. Feel like maybe that's a bit of a waste. He does end up falling. That's more kills over to the side of Collective Effort. Hey, this is how you get back into the game.
That's it. You gotta scrap a little bit. I think the stopwatch coming out of Reggie was to buy time for the supers, would be my guess. That's the only thing I can really think of, because there were supers on the Nexus towers. The Nexus tower is about at half, but it's not gonna stall enough. He just sold the stopwatch. That's 650 gold down the drain. But it doesn't matter, because they're up 5,000 gold. They just closed the gap a little bit by 1k. That's good. It was 7,000, so we got to give props to Collective. But at the same time, Dorado, even though they're overstaying a little bit, I don't know if it's going to matter a whole lot. They're about to get Ocean Soul. We got Baron respawning in 1 minute. They're probably just going to wait for Jarvan to get up, and then they're going to look to lock down Baron. Once again, if you're Collective, trying to run into this it's not happening. You have to be at the objective first if they want any chance of fighting Dorado, but they just don't have the vision to get there is the issue.
They haven't been able to push past what remains of their tier 2 turret line for the past almost 10 minutes now. They can't even go into their own jungle safely. This red buff doesn't belong to Drip Irrigation anymore. That goes on to Pepacito or onto the Jinx. And there we see Vladimir get pulled in by Hecarim with a pretty big fear. The Onslaught of Shadows trying to put in work. They get a kill again. Collective Effort. Start with the pick, but it's not onto the Mordekaiser. Vladimir will fall in the back. And Mordekaiser putting in the work. We saw him in a 1v5. Now it is a full team fight. Here comes the Shen. He has arrived. Naysayer gets the pick onto Flan. Thresh falls. It is just Shen who arrived late to the fight anyways. It's a 1v4 on the map. It is a Shen who has been behind this whole game, who's going to have to defend this base. I do not think it's going to happen, Puff Zone.
It's not happening. So, I don't know if you saw the scoreboard was blocking it a little bit. Vlad actually got in on the back line, did kill Muchai, and he did have the Shen ulti on him. However, because Shen is so far behind, it's not a rank 3 ultimate, so the shield wasn't enough, and Jinx and Mouse were able to just burn through it, kill off Philly B before the teleport even came out, and he had to teleport with his unleashed teleport. Thus, the Shen was late, and it was ultimately a 5v4 for the majority of that team fight.
Ooh, a masterclass on how to run the top lane by Pepecito. And, you know, collective effort, there were some times they were able to put up a good fight, but a 12-2-6 Mordekaiser at the end of the day, just
you're not killing him.
Too much to overcome.
Yeah, you're not killing him.
No.
But it hurts.
Indeed. But that was just game 1. We have one more game, or we have a couple more games to bring you, and we will load those up in just a moment. We will go to a brief break and see you on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
Hold on. I'm about to say something really cool.
3, 41, 9, and lift off! No one dies screaming without me.
I feel like I forgot to shoot something. You're starting to bore me.
She's such a loser. Always ready to cry. Aw, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is once again Thunder and Puff Zone bringing you Game 2 of Collective Effort versus Dorado. Gaming Collective is on the blue side, and Dorado is on the red. Puff Zone, once more, walk me through this second draft, and let's see if Collective Effort maybe win this draft and maybe win the second game.
Sure thing, I'll gladly. All right, so for those of you who don't know, just tuning in, Collective did lose game 1. They were down about 7,000 gold. However, they were clawing back. They were still showing signs of life. I'm excited to see what happens in game 2 here. All right, from the top, we got Tizda on his signature Aatrox. For those who don't know, last split, he went by Me Crit You Now. He was basically an Aatrox one-trick. This is his signature champion. It's what he's known for playing. If it's open, he'll blind pick it. He sent me through the ringer a few times with it personally. And then we got on the red side, we have Pepe playing the Urgot, which for those who don't know, Urgot hard stomps Aatrox. It's pretty miserable if you're Aatrox. However, I'm willing to give Tizda, the benefit of the doubt, show me something, see if he can pull something out, win that top lane matchup, or at least go even, so we don't have a bleeding top lane like last game. We got Drip Irrigation on the Xin Zhao versus Reggie on the Diana. What Xin Zhao is going to be looking to do is gank heavy. He's going to be looked to get on the map, get in those early skirmishes for the Scuttles. Reggie, the Diana's going to be looking to power farm up, hit 6, look for drag control, and combo with the Galio for the AoE knockups, lockdown. And then hopefully we have a Vagar cage coming out, locking people down. We got Philly B, Rowdy Randy 61, CCS MVP, Mr. LeBron himself, whatever you want to call him. On the new champ, we got the Zeri, just came out to CCS. He's taking the lethal tempo. He's got the cleanse, which I personally agree with this game. I think cleanse is definitely the move. We got the Vagar stun coming out of Dorado, with Dorado pulling on the Vagar with the Predator. I do like Predator for comp play. I think being able to roam around the map, impact the side lanes, very helpful. The Vagar is going to be able to run around, clear mid, hopefully out roam, if not be able to match the Zeri, worst comes to worst. Bot lane, we have Flan and Cider on the Ezreal and Brand. They're going to be looking to poke, burst out, and then we have Muchai on the... I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. On the Jhin, and we have Naysayer on the Galio. Bot lane's going to be looking for long-range stuns. Galio setup with the Justice Punch into the taunt, into the root coming out of Jhin. And yeah, this is just going to be a scrappy game, I'm hoping. It should just be big, explosive team fights at all the objectives.
I am excited to see it. We'll, of course, have, the Galio's hero entrance layered on top of the, Diana's Moonfall, along with all the dashing around that the Zeri and Ezreal provide. I'm certainly ready to see it. We'll see if Tizda can kind of make up for that Shen performance in Game 1 with his signature one-trick pick. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the game.
We got a little bit of...
Alrighty. So looking at this so far, nothing too interesting on the items, although Ezreal is starting on the tier, it looks like, for the side of Flan. I was under the impression that kind of these tier starts aren't exactly the norm for Ezreal nowadays. What's your take on that one, Puffzone?
Okay, so the tiers, if you know that you're pretty much not going to be messing with the guy, you're just going to be sitting back, farming, poking, you want to go for the range. It looks like, as I'm saying, that Collective's looking for something out of the top lane.
Well, Pepecito spots them out. That 5 stack. Not getting too much. Indeed.
Right. It looks like Collective is pinging a ward in the bush. There isn't a ward in the bush, however. So, and then on the other side of Dorado, they're going for the cross map. We got Moochai dropping a ward. We got Naysayer also dropping a ward by the red side. The Raptors, they'll be able to see where Drip Irrigation's coming in at. And it looks like Drip Irrigation reset, got the sweeper, so did Reggie. Hopefully they ping out the wards. They got a sense. There it is. They know that the one ward's there. Let's see if they find the second. Good. They're checking on the bushes, doing their due diligence. No invades happening.
Oh no! It runs out. It runs out before they can spot the ward. All right. Well, that's information. They know. It looks like both junglers are getting leashed. They're starting on the bottom side of the map. But more specifically, Dorado Gaming know exactly where Drip Irrigation is starting, and while the bot laners will be arriving a little bit late, that should give the information over the side of Collective about where the bot lane for Dorado is starting. And, everyone has an idea of where exactly the junglers are to start off the game.
Yeah, and I mean the main thing we want to look at is around 3 minutes. Both these junglers should be pathing around topside. Diana, however, is going to be looking for the full clear, but she can follow up for the 2v2. And I'm not quite sure on the 2v2, but I'm pretty sure Tizda and Drip Irrigation, if they layer the knockup and the slow correctly, they should win that, and they just blow up the Diana. So we'll wait and see what happens around there. Bot lane, it looks like they're scrapping a little bit. Going back to top lane, Pepe going in with the level 2.
Oh boy, there it goes. A lot of damage coming out of this. Urgot, Tizda gonna have to get away. Doesn't have to use the flash. Briefly goes back on the engage to get a little bit of damage in, at least a little bit of trading. Looks like he does not want to go back yet, doing his best to stay off of potions and then maybe trying to survive off of the Doran's shield healing.
So fun little fact for you, Thunder. Aatrox's health regen is 3 per 5 seconds, level 1. It is horrendous. Alright, if you're Tizda here, you probably want to look for the reset, actually, because you're just going to get poked out. The lane's going to get worse the lower you are. He does have flash, but he is playing a little bit with fire here. He does risk potentially getting dived. He knows roughly that Diana should be pathing up, even though they don't have the information. That's just playing the game. You kind of recognize things like that. Good hits coming out of Flan. He's getting his tier stack. I can't tell if he has mana flow. No, he has biscuits. He's got his cookies.
Indeed, he does. Getting these
oh
chunks
my god,
out
another one.
Damage. Nice. These mystic shots, they're not even looking like skill shots. They're just looking like auto attacks at this point. But on the bottom side of the map, they do have wards in both those bushes down there, so they have plenty of vision control, although they don't have too much protecting them from the river in the top side. That being said, the junglers spot each other out. They know exactly where everybody is. As you said, Diana is going for that full clear. Now, Drip Irrigation has gotten the top crab. Could maybe go down to grab the bottom one, but instead, maybe thinking of coming up top. Sweeps it out. No skinny wards here. Maybe Pepecito goes down, charges away. There we go. When it becomes lightning, are you going to charge in? No. Drip Irrigation just gives it up. Not even a flash is used. That's time that this Jhin Zhao. Ooh. Looking around. Hold on. This might not be it.
That's a very good disdain coming from Urgot. Doesn't need to blow flash. He just ease out. Yep, Jhin Zhao just helping make sure it's shoved. And what is happening bot lane?
Cider Mill falls as a 4-man collapse happens onto Cider Mill. getting a little too cocky, pushing a little bit too far forward. It looked like they were trying to get a pick onto either onto Naysayer, but Reggie was right there, and they knew where Muchai was. They didn't have the numbers advantage.
No, they certainly did not. And with that, Muchai's getting first blood. Cider's going back to base, and this Jin still has 4 potions. All right, he's not leaving lane anytime soon, so he's more than content with playing the resource game with Flan. He's just trying to out-sustain him, keep his mana pull up, and then hopefully get a stronger back than the Ezreal, because we know that Ezreal is looking ideally for the Sheen back with the tier, for the oppressive lane power. It looks like right now Moonshine trying to push out the wave. Hopefully with Naysayer coming back, they'll be able to shove it out. Oh, Naysayer's looking for an alcove. Alright, and then with that, we got Rowdy Randy looking for some trades in the mid lane. Oh, going back. We got top lane. We got Pepe pushing it out. He's about to hit 6. When 6 pop for that top lane, there might be bloodshed happening.
Indeed, but Tizda is,
he's holding the freeze.
Yep, he's keeping it out of the range of the turret, making sure that these minions don't fall too quickly. Rowdy Randy, the ward spots out Reggie. Again, this Zeri, while she has recently been nerfed, is still very hard to lock down. A little bit of her movement speed, a little bit of her damage taken away. Looks like in the top lane, they are trading once more, and Rowdy Randy, they are all just hovering around him. The threat is palpable.
You know what we call that, Thunder? We call that a fan meetup. When we got 3 coming from both sides. Oh my gosh, everyone wants a piece of the CCS MVP. And it looks like Pepe's taking his reset. He's going for the Ninja Tabbies. Now, it'll be interesting to see what he goes first item. Hole Breaker is standard. He could go for the Black Cleaver, but right now he's opting to go for the Ninja Tabbies. Personally, I think that's okay with how many center points he's getting hit with. It'll help him stay in lane a little bit better, get him a little bit more tanky dealing with the Aatrox. It looks like Tizda's going in. Good disdain out of the chains.
Absolutely. Drip irrigation.
Reggie's walking away. He doesn't win that.
Just keeps poking him out. Oh, but now here we go. Sev has arrived. Baby Cage getting put down. Drip irrigation is stuck inside. And there is the Urgot arriving. Rowdy Randy is now here. It's a 3v1. The disdain comes through. Rowdy Randy goes on the escape. One falls. They're not able to trade it back. But Rowdy Randy with the cleanse and the flash as well as the ultimate is able to make it out alive.
A little bit of disrespect coming out of Collective. They know that Pepe's coming down. The only reason I say that Xin wins it is the straight 1v1. He has flash to get out of the cage. He doesn't opt to blow it. I think they were looking for the engage. Maybe they didn't think the Urgot was going to get there that quickly. Zeri also missed a few of those crucial Qs. And hey, it ended up mattering. If he hits the Q, they at least trade 1 for 1. We got Tizda looking top lane.
Now, he does have currently the health advantage. As I say, that gets chunked out just a little bit. Spots out the Urgot on the ward. And here is a gank from the jungler. Reggie has arrived. The Moonfall comes through. Tizda is low. Meanwhile, a play in the bottom side of the map. Muchai goes down while Aatrox in the top lane falls. Naysayer is now alone. The True Shot Barrage forces Naysayer to start some alcove gaming. Justice Punch comes through and he gets the trade onto Cider Mill in the bot lane. It's still 2 for 1 down here, but 2 for 2 across the map.
Hey, that's commendable, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think Dorado wins out. So Tizda actually did end up blowing the flash, even though it looked like he was pretty much dead from our perspective. Naysayer only blew the ignite, and then they also got both sums out of Cider Mill, both out of Moonshine. Flan's the only one with a summoner spell left after that. He still has his flash. Reggie's looking to take away the blue buff. Tizda sees something's up. Drip's going for the Infernal Drag. Alright.
Now we just go to objective timers here. Looks like Reggie is taking the Herald in the trade for that dragon. They spot them down there. Urgot has arrived, so Diana should be relatively safe, even though she is below half health. And now it's once again pressure is going to be, it looks like, on the bottom lane of Collective effort to kind of perform and start doing a little bit of this carrying. A disdain comes through again for Pepe Cito. And here's what you were talking about. Oh, the advantage in the top lane for Pepe Cito comes through. The matchup not going in favor of the Aatrox one bit.
He just 100-0'd him. Oh man, I relate. I feel bad for that. Whew. I didn't think the legs were gonna do that much. I thought Tizda was gonna be able to, hit a Q, he gets flinged, it happens, just walk it on out. But as I'm thinking that, he gets the Fear Beyond Death, hits him right point blank, And it looks like he is going for the hole breaker. It looks like Reggie is going to be dropping the Rift Herald top lane, trying to get some more plates on the Pepe. And once he gets hole breaker, this lane gets miserable for the Aatrox.
Oh, this turret is... I mean, there will still be that one turret plate left. I doubt they'll be able to take it down. It's got those extra resistances on it, but that's just 5 plates into the pocket of the top laner. You know, some coins going into Reggie's as well. Baby Cage comes through. Rowdy Randy getting chunked out, getting chipped out a little bit, but the Zeri is fine. He is playing relatively safe under the turret. Some more damage coming through, though, out of this Veigar. Drip Irrigation has arrived, but it's a 2v3. Crescent Guard comes through. You don't win this one. Drip Irrigation. Moonfall luckily does not hit anybody thanks to the flash, but down goes the collective jungler. Reggie is weak. Can Rowdy Randy make it happen? True Shot Barrage goes through on the wrong side of the fight. Naysayer has to flash out. 1 for 1. Rowdy Randy is starting to get charged up.
Good, hey, good job for collective. That looked pretty lost. Drip Irrigation stalled as long as he could. He didn't have vision of Reggie coming in, so I guess he figured that it was just a 2v2. They win it. Not quite, buddy. You gotta do a little bit more jungle track in there. We got a Rowdy Randy going in. Cider gets the kill.
Phenomenal, a phenomenal gank by the support comes through. It does go onto the brand, but you know, 2-2-2 brand isn't the worst thing to have.
No.
And again, Rowdy Randy starts piling up these advantages in the mid lane. Well, the Veigar does have 2 kills to his name.
Hey, that's okay. We have Tizda. Even though he has died twice, he still is up a little bit of CS. This thing coming out. Oh, I can't believe that hit him.
Oh no, not the immediate caster curse, but hey, Drip Irrigation has arrived. The jungler is here, but Pepe Cito doesn't care. Diana comes in to make it a 2v2, and the Urgot and Diana both get a kill. This top lane is just a disaster.
It's looking so bad. Now, if you're Pepe here, you don't actually take the tower. You want to just reset, buy your hole breaker, come back, kill him again. I think he's going to take the tower here. They don't really need to force first tower. And as I said, that Mukai is going down. Pepe?
She's so clean, and Pepe Cito does not listen to your teachings, Mr. Puff Zone, but a clean kill down in the bot lane.
I mean, like we said earlier, Blonde's Mystic shots are just auto attacks, I guess. He's hitting everything. Mukai had heal up still. Maybe he just figured he was dead. Reggie's going on clear 2 camps, use the proto belt, a little bit of extra clear. Probably gonna go Raptors, look for a pathing mid, try to get Rowdy Randy. But Sev, he's going to clear the wave. It's pushing out a little bit. As I say, that Drip Irrigation's looking for a little bit of a flank, clearing up some wards. Naysayer and Reggie playing around the bot side of the map. We have drag spawning in a minute and 15, minute 10. Hopefully both teams are going to start to set up, and we're going to look for one of those big fights we were talking about at the beginning of the game.
And as you say, there are currently 3 members of each team down here on the bottom side river. Ezreal is the first to move. I don't think we're going to see a big fight break out yet. I think it's just going to be setting up over Vision. The fight should come probably in about a minute's time, but honestly, with these 2 teams after the game 1-1, I wouldn't be surprised to just see a random bloody fight break out. For the time being, though, teleports are not unleashed as of yet. They will not be unleashed in time for the dragon fight, but Pepe Cito and Sev both have teleports, whereas Tizda's is on cooldown, and Rowdy Randy does not even have one.
So, a little interesting from the Aatrox. He came down to Shadow because even he thought something was going to break out. Honestly, from a caster perspective, it looked like a fight was going to break out. But instead, Pepe held his ground. He didn't force the TP, shoved out top. Tizda now has to go back top lane, clear out the wave, and Pepe just gets a free TP to the drag. This should just be Dorado's drag. It should just be 5v4.
Oh, Reggie does have a solid flank if Flan pushes too far forward here. Naysayer.
Oh, Flan
out. Justice Punch. Flan is playing so dangerously here. Does not know that the Diana is there.
Oh, what is Reggie waiting for?
Oh, Reggie waited maybe a little bit too long. Flan managed to escape. That seemed like it was a surefire kill. But now we go back to Tizda and Pepe Cito in the top lane. I mean, if this 1v1 matchup wasn't hard enough with all the extra resistances that Hullbreaker provides when this Urgot is alone, it's going to be nearly impossible to kill. The Dragon, though, goes pretty much for free over to the side of Dorado. Flan ran enough interference down the bot lane, but now here come the R buttons, here come the engages. Drip Irrigation is still alive, even through the curtain call, and Ezreal gets 2. And there goes the Zeri, getting in the third one. Mushai wants to try to trade something back, only takes down the support, has to flash, but Rowdy Randy Zeri and the Ezreal, they have plenty of damage and plenty of range. And 4 go down for Dorado Gaming on the bottom side of the map after the dragon had already died.
And that is the collective we all know from last split right there. So what happened there, that dragon should have been Dorado's, ideally with the TP advantage, but Reggie waited, you know, maybe a little bit too long in the bush. He could have gone on the Ezreal as he's casting True Shot Barrage, that way he can't flash or Essence Shift away, misses the Q, doesn't get the dash reset. They do get the heal out, and while that exchange is going on with Reggie waiting in the bush, Drip Irrigation's just taking the dragon, and then it looked like Sev was trying to maybe force. He got caught. I don't quite know what happened, but we still have the Heroic's entrance still in, so maybe Dorado can look for a play, potentially get the second Rift Herald.
There we go. The escape tools from the Zeri coming in huge. Naysayer, Pepecito down here in the bot lane, joined by Muchai. It is a 3v3 at the moment, but now Hullbreaker, I was lauding it for its 1v1 capabilities, but once you join up with your teammates, it's really just a little bit better than a stat stick. Reggie wants to go in, though. Tizda now getting bullied by the jungler, who he is at best, even with the world through, though, the sustain. Coming out, Reggie should go down. Sev has arrived, though, and manages to save his jungler just in the nick of time. I thought surely that would at least have been a 1-for-1.
Oh my god, Tizda showing the Aatrox one trick right there. Look at that damage coming out. Oh my lord, he hit the sweet spot on the third Q, did 400 plus damage, healed about a third of his health, and I don't even think Reggie was expecting that much damage. He was running for the hills. If Seb didn't have Predator, I think he just dies.
Absolutely, and oh man, Reggie must have been just out of Gore Drinker range, because it wasn't even
Gore Drinker. He bought it after he died. No, he had Iron Spike.
Okay.
Yeah, he had Iron Spike.
Dang. Oh, just that one item spike might have been the difference there. But you know, that being said, again, Tizda is on a bit of an island, is currently playing a little bit on the weak side. The rest of the map going much better for the side of Collective this time around. And Rowdy Randy on this Zeri trying to make something happen against this Urgot. These are two of the stronger champions on the map at the moment. Reggie takes the Rift Herald, and so we will have to see what the Zeri can do against the Urgot. I feel like this is going to be a canon matchup in Arcane Season 2.
Urgot's pushed up a little bit. TP's coming out of Tizda. He wants revenge from game 1. Seb's matching with his own TP.
It should just
be disengaged.
It should
just be disengaged.
Maybe Pepecito wants a little more blood. But no, we do just, as you said, disengage. But Pepecito is following. No Blast Cone to continue the chase. Scuttle Crab goes over to the side of Collective Effort. And once more, the bottom laners face off against each other alone in the lane.
So we have actually some really interesting itemizations coming out. Seb is actually opting for the Ionians. Not necessarily as common. Normally you see a lot of the Sork boost, but I'm really interested in the Urgot build. So for those of you who don't know, don't play Urgot, you know, Hullbreaker standard first, but then what you build next is honestly like you're spinning a wheel. There's so many options. All of his mythics are honestly trash. They're all pretty bad for him. The common one that people go is Frostfire. Root doesn't land, okay. Most people go Frostfire Gauntlet for the slow, but because you're ranged, the slow field is actually smaller, so it's not as good. So it looks like he's maybe going the Bammies for more wave clear. Generally, what people like to go for is they go for a Black Cleaver second or a Titanic Hydra and then build the other one, and then they'll build the third. So it looks like... What is he building?
Sunfire Cape?
No, you can't go... With Kindle and Coal Fiends... Did they change? I think they changed Black Cleaver's build path. I think it's Black Cleaver still.
Ah.
It used to be Phage and Kindle Gem, but I think they changed it. Yeah, I'm guessing he's going Black Cleaver, and then he's just leaving the Bammies for wave clear. So we have a little bit of some ARAM going on, a little bit wave clear. People are trying to fight for drag. We got drag coming up in 15. Dorado's going down. They're looking for vision. They got a little bit of a death bush set up. Rowdy Randy, he spots that one out.
But this Urgot is just so tanky already. It's not even the 20-minute mark.
I mean, even with the Hullbreaker, even with him grouping, he's so far ahead. What is he up? He is up almost 2,000 gold on Tizda again, and as I said, Reggie
goes in and forces so many disengages, and there's the hero's entrance. Can Dorado Gaming make it happen? Rowdy Randy managed to take one down, and Pepecito Mancini just falls after taking down the Aatrox. He's been doing that all game. but falling in the team fights. Naysayer is weak. The baby
Good
cage comes through. That prevents a little bit of the engage, but Moonshine wants to go back in. The Jin gets one, but Rowdy Randy again with even more kills on the backside with the flank, and you are never getting away from Azeri. She is just too mobile. That is the third dragon and soul point over to the side of collective effort.
I mean, that just felt so forced from Dorado. They have a little bit of time drags, like, still hasn't spawned yet. There was about 10 seconds left. Reggie just kind of went in. The problem is, you have Zeri and Ezreal, both very mobile champions. You got to get their dashes out first and then look. Usually you want to layer it with Galio taunt and then the Diana ult into the heroic entrance to keep the CC locked down on them. Because if you don't, you just see what happens. They dash away, they blink out, and then they just cut you to death. And then what does Dorado do? They're just... We got an Urgot here in the front line, you know, with this spike and a guy. He's just running around in circles, trying to do something.
He's doing his best, admittedly, but we are starting to see more item completions come through. The Trinity Force plus the Wit's End for the Zeri, along with 2 items for the Ezreal. These carries for the side of collective effort are getting scarier and scarier. Meanwhile, there's still, you know, there is no member yet with 2 items for Dorado Gaming. So collective, you know, they have about a 2,000 gold lead, and they are starting to pull ahead in the item advantage.
Hey, I love to see it. You know, 2,000 gold lead, it might not seem like much. However, Collective is on soul point. You do have to be careful of that. Now, I'm interested with the Zeri build. I thought the build was Titanic Runans. I know that they got rid of the Runans interaction, and it was Titanic Black Cleaver, so the Wit's End is a little interesting, but I still get it. You know, the on-hit damage. Oh, as I say that, this day coming out, Fear Beyond Death. Goodbye, Philly. I don't know why Tepe flashed. Yeah, he didn't need to flash.
Maybe flashbacks to the previous interaction where Zeri was just able to get away nice and clean, but I mean, this, like, that was just, it was a little extra, a little unnecessary, but once again, Pepecito hiding in that bottom bush, now trying to get this bottom turn, and that most of the gold that Dorado Gaming have is going to be on this Urgot, and so it looks like they're continuing to try to feed him and make him stronger. Do you think he's going to be able to carry up against what is turning out to be a pretty, you know, long-ranged comp from the side of Collective?
Yeah, if you're Dorado, what you want to do is you want to put the Urgot in the side lane. You want to play 1-4, classic split push. You don't really have any one person on the side of Collective that can match the Urgot, and that's an issue. Look, here we have Dorado shadowing the Urgot. Just like I said, they're going for the 1-4. If Philly B tries to come and stop the Urgot, look at this. We got 3 members right here. Oh, as I said, that Collective is actually trying to... We got a little bit of a fence building around their... A little bit of a pincer. Disdain going in. Rowdy Randy dashes out. Oh, Collective knows.
Falls on Pepecito. Flan around on the other side. Are they going to be able to make this pinch happen? If the Aatrox can come through, maybe get the flank. If he can move fast enough. There we go. We see the TP. Dorado are in the middle of 2 turrets. Justice Punch comes through, but I don't know if Naysayer can make this happen. Ultimates are still up everywhere for everybody. As I say, the True Shot Barrage comes through, and everybody disengages.
So unlucky for Tizda. That's so unlucky. He dashed as soon as the Justice Punch was, like, flying out, so it knocked him up as he dashed, so he couldn't follow up, and Naysayer just walked it out.
Good play by the Galio to keep the Aatrox from doing too much work. And, you know, that would have been only a 4v5. The Veigar was up in the top lane. Would have taken him a second to arrive. So Dorado getting out of that without any scratches is pretty solid. 23 minutes, and it looks like Collective are trying to set up vision around this Baron pit. We got another minute and a half until the next dragon spawns. It is the Hextech Soul, which should be pretty powerful with something like the Zeri on the side of Collective.
Yeah, it's going to be very powerful, but we also have... Pepe just backed and bought 2 full items. He has Black Cleaver now, he has his Frostfire. Aatrox is still at 1. He's about 1.5. He almost has his Death Dance. Drip Irrigation's also looking for his Death Dance. Both of those are going to make these Bruiser fighters a lot beefier in this next team fight. Give a little bit of the tank stats they need to secure this Hextech Soul. As I say that, it looks like Dorado's going to set up vision. We got here about a minute early. We got Pinks down, Jin Traps down. As I say, that Collective is just now taking the reset, and Tizda's pushed up maybe a little too far.
Let's have that pink ward there as a little bit of protection.
Oh,
Tech.
the Hex
Oh
Gate.
no, Reggie is here on the Hex Tech gate. That is unfortunate timing for Tizda. Gets rooted
Flash
from the
out.
Deadly Flourish. Flash goes out as well as the World Ender. Those are two important cooldowns that are not going to be back up in about 30 seconds time.
TP came out from Pepe as well. They're all here. This is about to be a brawl. We got Flan trying to push out mid lane. Oh, Cider gets caught. Fear Beyond Death. There it is.
Cider Mill gets chomped and ground up into nothing, but Reggie maybe gonna fall here. The hero's entrance providing a little bit of disengage. The shielding might be just enough to keep Reggie alive. He managed to get through the Hextech gate and get out and drip. Irrigation flashes out through the cage. Pepe Cito now getting low. Can they take out this Urgot? They get one. The Ezreal gets one. Naysayer falls. Ezreal gets two. Zeri with the third. Moochai is weak. That is 4 kills for the side of Collective Effort after what looked like a very, very bad start in the bottom side jungle.
Yeah, and that's what kind of happens when you burn your big ult tools, your Moonfall, your Heroic Entrance on Drip Irrigation and Tizda. They're only the bruisers, they're not actually the damage. If you can't get on Flan and Rowdy Randy, you're just going to get poked out, chased down, and kited to death. And that's what we just saw there. We got Philly B going for the red buff. Oh, we might be looking for another kill on Reggie. It's the Zab.
Reggie doesn't win this one, not with the Zeri at full health and no ultimate. That is a little bit of a delayed ace. That is currently Hextech Soul, and it should be Baron, especially with this jungler now down. Objective bounties are up for the side of Dorado Gaming, and it is going to be up to them to survive this Baron push and start trying to take it.
I'm pretty sure we saw this game 1 for blue side, except the teams are just swapped. But we got Cider in top lane taking Krugs while his team's taking Baron. Like they're taking all the camps. They got Vision all, well, they had Vision all in Dorado Gaming's jungle. Looks like Tizda's going to get that top lane tower down. It's about to fall. We got Pepe trying to push out bot lane, get some pressure applied. With the pickaxe by, I have a feeling he's most likely going for Death Stance. He could, however, still go for the Titanic Hydra, which personally I would like to see because he is grouping more. Death Stance, however, isn't bad, but going against the poke that they have on the side of Collective, it's most likely not ideal. We actually see a Warden's Mail coming out from Flan. I'm assuming he's going for a Frozen Heart there with that. My guess is the Urgot is hurting. Warden's Mail, for those who don't know, puts down Urgot pretty hard. So the reduced damage per attack, as I say that, Reggie's going in. Forcing Fear Beyond Death on Rowdy Randy.
Oh my god! Rowdy Randy managed to escape, and that is a kill. Reggie fell so fast. The Runeant has come through for Rowdy Randy, and the additional damage you can see is just so strong, along with the Hextech Soul, the Baron buff, and I believe he already had a red buff Curtain Call come through just to protect this tower.
That tower's going. Yeah, good kiting coming out of Rowdy Randy. I mean, once again, we just see Reggie going in maybe a little too aggressive. Don't necessarily know where everyone is. They don't have the CC layering with Naysayer and the Galio coming out in a little bit too deep. And he goes down for it. This is what, 3 deaths in a row? He's just been dying.
Indeed. I mean, yeah, you know, with the death up by the Baron pit was just walking too far forward into enemy territory. We were the only one up on the map. True Shot Barrage coming through for some wave clear, and you know, this Baron push is going to start increasing the gold advantage for the side of Collective Effort. They are already up almost 7,000 if they can get these remaining tier 2 turrets that are going to put them up on almost to 10k.
Another tower going down. Rowdy Randy putting in some more damage. Yeah, they got about a 7k gold lead. They should rotate up here for the top tower. I don't think they're going to push mid. They do, however, still have Flan slow sieging in the mid lane. Getting some damage poked out. They're taking all the camps. Okay, Tizda does see the pink ward. Good, clear it out. Looks like a little bit of a bush cheese is being set up right outside the gate. Okay, no, they're leaving.
Rowdy Randy just clearing out this top wave again. Getting this tier 2. That's normally what you want to do when you get the Baron buff. Finish out those tier 2 turrets. And now, you know, it's exactly like what you were saying, right? Maybe a little bit slower than last time, but Collective Effort, they have pushed Dorado Gaming all the way back into their base. No wards are in Collective's jungle. All of the vision is getting set up, getting placed on the side of Dorado. They cannot walk into either side of their own jungle, or else they are they're going to get spotted out, they're going to get collapsed on. You know, from here, you just kind of have to wave clear and pray.
I do want to note, actually, there is a TP flank ward in red side Tribush, all the way at the top. If they did want to look for something while the tower was going down, they obviously opt not to, but there is one ward to work with. They're getting a little bit of vision, established back. Reggie clearing the Scryer's Bloom, going through the portal again, maybe hoping he finds Tizda.
Nobody there to meet him on the other side, but Cidermill and Flan are in the area. Cidermill may be getting caught out. He goes golden, doesn't get deleted, and, well, he does finally get deleted after Tepecito takes him out of the stopwatch, but here we go! Rowdy Randy, Philly B, your reigning MVP coming through, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, no fight for an objective, nothing. It's a fight over Cidermill. There is an ace for the side of collective effort. They have a minion wave, no Baron buff, but they are going to be doing a ton of damage to this base, if not just outright winning the game.
I don't know, Thunder, if you have all chat turned on, but Cidermill typed looks worth right after. Cidermill looks worth. Appreciate the BF. Reggie is giving you advice, dog. You've gone in 4 times now on the support. That's not who you want to kill. Like, it's a brand. You can kill him without committing, what, 2, 3 of your massive
ultimates.
Yeah, every fight. Every fight. There's no need. You have to get the Ezreal and the Zeri. Looks worth. That is.
Absolutely. That's you know, looks worth. That's what we call good bait in the business. Collective effort tie up the series after a rough game 1. Phenomenal play out of both Flan and Rowdy Randy, aka Philly B. We got one more game left, and unfortunately, we don't have the VOD for it. So we will have a special presentation to give you a very brief summary of how Game 3 went.
We do have the VOD, however, Rito Games does not allow Vel'Koz, and since Dorado has like a 1 million Mastery Vel'Koz player and they play it every week, we do not have a Game 3. But I, however, the guest caster, have prepared a little colorized version of Game 3.
And we'll take a brief break, and we'll get back to that. It will not be long, don't you worry, in just a couple of minutes.
Those cravers backstab me, deceive me. Never shall I tolerate their crimes again.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Mickey Mouse CCS League. Unfortunately, Thunder has had to take a brief break, but we do have a presentation by our very own TTV Puff Zone from PGO Top Lane to discuss how Game 3 went between Collective Effort and Dorado Gaming.
Alright, everyone. So for game 3, we had Dorado picking Aurelia, Volibear, Vel'Koz, Kaisen, Blitzcrank, and Collective. They had Trundle, Echo, Ezreal, and Xerath. So far, pretty standard comps. And then out of Tizda, he didn't have the best performance in these last couple games. So he goes to Philly and he's like, pick me Jax. I win this. Okay? So here's what happened. So we don't have the VOD. So instead we have Pepe's son. And the Jax went 2-12 that game. TLDR. He wasn't feeling too good about that one. He truly is Pepe's son. But on the other hand, there was a little more happening on the other side. What is this I see? Is this Philly B with no help? What does it say? Philly B lost the series with a Flame Horizon. Oh my, I can't even imagine. And it's just game 3. Philly B in 4 wards. I mean, no help. It's all right here. That's game 3. That's game 3.
Thank you very much for the presentation, Puff Zone. We super appreciate it. Now, thank you everybody for watching the CCS VOD review day after we couldn't get the thing to work because Rito fucked up our VOD ability to watch on Wednesday. Hopefully we don't have the mistake again next week. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next time.